I know Trump is getting a lot of hate right now, but on behalf of my South African brothers and sisters, and on behalf of the continent of Mother Africa, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for his generosity and his foresight in resettling white South Africans in the United States of America because of the abominable way they've been treated. Let's get into it. South Africa is confiscating land and treating certain classes of people, aka white, very badly. It's a bad situation, a massive human rights violation. No. Who is going to tell this raging, thieving racist Donald Trump how white South Africans got this land in the first place? Who is going to tell him how, in a land that is 90% black, that white South Africans own 70% of the land? That's 70, you heard me right. Or that white South Africans still hold on to the economic power that they controlled during apartheid. And that includes through their ownership of land, mineral resources, and in many other ways. Or the fact that white South Africans still today benefit from a privilege and economic power over and above black South Africans because of that systemic and structural racism. And how did they get that? By committing genocide of black South Africans, by killing black South Africans for black South African land, by raping black South Africans, pillaging, stealing, denying them justice and denying them equality to the present day. These are the people that Donald Trump is calling victims. And the human rights violations happens against black South Africans, not white South Africans. These white South African farmers even have the temerity to ask for compensation. People, let me understand this. So, you steal land from me, I take my land back, and you have the caucasity to demand for, complain about compensation. Ha! Jesus. Hey, listen. You should be happy that all South Africans are doing is taking the land back. That they are not demanding that you pay for the loss of generational wealth. That they are not demanding that you pay interest for all of the wealth that you have earned, you and your ilk, from sitting on their land. You should be happy, but you feel you're all that. The utter caucasity. I would strongly encourage these white South African farmers to pack up their bags, get the hell out of South Africa, because nobody asked you here, no one invited you here, and nobody dragged you and your forebears to South Africa in chains. So please, go. No one's going to miss you. Go become refugees in the United States of America, a land that belongs to Native Indigenous Americans and a country that was built on the blood, life, sweat, and liberty of black Americans. Go on, that's your modus operandi, to go where you don't belong and take what doesn't belong to you. Sharp, move. Sharp, move. And go from being a refugee to a naturalized American citizen like your fellow white South African Elon Musk, the real president of the United States of America. What are you waiting for? Trump has made room for you. He has spent the first few weeks of his presidency deporting thousands of migrants, many of whom have worked, lived, and paid taxes in the United States and committed no crime. But they didn't have the complexion for the protection. And the only basis for giving the white South Africans refugee status, but not these other migrants, is because the South Africans are white. Oops.
I would say you, Donald Trump, you are even worse because your forebears came to America.
That's right.
They found the indigenous Americans. They wiped them out. They killed nearly all of them.
Right.
Rene, we are living as a nation, and black and white, we are going to find solutions for our land question. So Donald Trump must leave us alone. Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Gauri. When we were facing apartheid, when we were facing oppression,
Speak on it.
he was not here.
He wasn't.
He did not fight side by side with us.
No, he didn't.
And we were able, on our own, yes, with support of